Hi, I didn't thought that I will be making a disassembly video, but here we are. Why the hell not? I wanted to show you one of the things that you can expect inside, but also how you can manage those really bright LEDs. So I talked a little bit about this in the review part. Let me keep those small screws inside. I talked a little bit about that because I play often in the dark, and I don't want to annoy anyone I sleep with. That's usually one goal. But yeah, let me try to unscrew this, and as you can see, it's pretty decently screwed together. I really like the fact that they put the silicon pads that are conductive through the circuit board using silicon rivets. That's a really nice touch. Let me see if I'm still holding something, or is it just a no, I don't think so. It should be. Oh, I know, man. The whole board is still being held by the analog stick. Maybe I will be able to remove that, but I don't want to push my leg because I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Let me try and zoom in. Shaky camera. You should be able to see over here. No, that didn't look too good. I will just put this a little bit closer. There is only a tiny the rod that holds the analog is very tiny and delicate, but you will be able to let me just remove the ribbon cable. Does it push up? Yeah, I think so. And we have this in parts. So you should be able to see over here how to clean this up. And as I said, the silicone is really, which is a nice design. The silicone pads are actually attached to the board. And what you have also here is a little bit of black tape that prevents the bright LEDs to shine through. Let me just put it so it will just barely be visible when it's on, because I'm not really interested in keeping that bright. I usually use this in only one setting. So also you can see at test points on the board. That's really interesting. The R2, let's see, those are select buttons, so theoretically you could put some additional buttons on this side. That's really cool. I'm not sure you should be also able to see the chip name. Yeah, so it's ShanWan chip BM-759 model. That's the version 1.0, but that's an upgraded version, so I guess 1.0 for the upgraded one. That's the Bluetooth antenna, the reset button over here, which could be useful in case you have any problems with this or it's in incorrect mode. Yeah, you should be able to desolder the pads over here and remove the analog stick, but I'm not sure if I could pull that cap off. I don't want to try because I don't want to break it. And that's mostly because I don't see if the rod is metal or is it plastic, and that's what worries me. If you take a look a little bit over here, you should be able to see there is a LED behind this. Should be, I think, at least. Anyway, there's an on-off switch. And the good thing is, since this is close to the board, any dirt won't get behind it. So yeah, and this is the battery I was mentioning, 400 milliamps with milliamp hours. So that's really nice. Let me try the other side and show you the second part It also suffers the same issues. I mean, it's really hard to disassemble this because there is an analog stick on the back side of this. I mean, on the front side too, of course. Let me try it. Yeah, that's really tight. But what you can do in case of any annoyance through having those bright LEDs behind the keys, but they are not actually that bright if you consider the indicator lights over here. Yeah, oh yeah, and here we have it. Not sure if there is any sense in taking this apart. I will just to show you the LEDs behind the keys. So let me remove the ribbon cable and remove this too. So as you can see, there are again silicon kind of rivet type things behind that, which is really cool. Yeah, to keep everything clean. You can just slightly pull this off, but I should be able to rotate the whole thing, whole contraption. So yeah, and something is still holding. So I guess to take a quick look at the oh yeah, should be able to see now. To take a quick look at the LEDs, you would have to remove this completely. So that includes the analog sticks. I would desolder this. You should be able to see the LED behind the keys. I would desolder the analog sticks just in case they are not actually meant to be taken apart. Yeah, let me just put that back together real quick. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to quickly show you this disassembly and how this works inside. This part is a dumb board. The only chip is on the left side, and there is the battery too. So there you have it. I really like that the fact they actually went ahead and put this analog sticks at the angle. The left one is also at the angle, and that's because it's more comfortable to use. Even though the size of this is really small, it's comparable, I guess, to Switch's Joy-Cons. Something that I wanted to share with you too. I don't have the kid patience for the older games, and what often you'll find they're either too harsh or kind of too slow. So I just mapped the L2 button, the button one to the fast forward, and the R2 to the rewind. So this way, yeah, I actually don't have to spend as much time, and the older games are not as frustrating because when I was a kid, I didn't have any limit on my patience, and I could repeat and repeat the thing over and over again. But right now, this really works great for me, and it's actually a cool way to enjoy some older titles. I do recommend the nostalgia emulators for the Android. You will be able to find those on the Play Store, and they actually work pretty well. And you can, you know, there are some demo types, and there are also paid emulators, but I do recommend finding one that has the rewind functionality that you can bind to the keys, just like on the PC. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.